Happy Halloween. Sorry, I was trying to get on here, but these kids are screaming loud as shit. Um, so I'm gonna do the reading, and readings are interchangeable. The energy goes either way. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. It doesn't have to be you. It could be someone in your energetic field. And we all have divine masculine, divine feminine energy. So if I say man, woman, female, male, whatever, take it how it resonates. It doesn't have to be either way, okay? Now, some of you need to surrender to non-action. Don't do anything. Just kind of take a time out because your creativity is blocked and you're not getting any messages or any inspiration for whatever it is that you need to do right now, okay? You're not getting the creative sparks. The messages aren't coming through. So if you've been feeling like you keep hitting a wall and you're like not making progress and there's no movement and whatever it is that you have going on, just take a time out, okay? Because when you're so focused or you work yourself so much, nothing's going to come in because you're not allowing yourself to have that mental break for things to come in. All right, and this is coming through. There's Aquarius coming through, and for some of you, it could just be with moving. Some of you might be getting a house, a new car, a new job, but this is something. There's some transformation that's happening for you right now. And again, the job thing, whatever it is, even if you're a writer, if you're a dancer. Hi, Muhammad. How are you? You write music, whatever it is that you're doing, you have to do it within moderation, okay? Because if you keep overworking yourself or overextending yourself, or you keep putting too much into this, you're going to keep having those blockages and it's going to affect your flow of money. So you have to kind of dial it back a little bit, because when you balance it out, like I said, set a schedule, do from 9 to 5, 2 to 3, however many hours you want to work in a day, but have a schedule, okay? And when you do that, you'll have your schedule set and it'll help you to maintain a balance, but you have to have that discipline, because they're showing that right now you don't have that discipline. So maybe you're overworking or not working enough and doing too much extracurricular shit. However it is, you have to find a balance. And some of you've been seeing synchronicities in regards to an offer that is coming towards you. But there's a lot of people that might not agree with what's coming towards you, or this offer that's coming to you, or the fact that you received the offer and maybe they didn't and they wanted it. But there's a lot of gossip, and it may even be with people that you know or friends that you have. So be careful who you're talking to and who you're telling your business to, okay? Make sure that you understand what's going on and just pay attention, okay? Because when you tell too much to the wrong people, your shit gets out everywhere, and you don't want everybody in your business, because there's something from your past and it's showing that it was a past relationship that somebody either has proof. There's something going on where they're avoiding a conversation. So they might be avoiding getting on the same page with you. You might be avoiding getting to an understanding, and it might be that they talk shit about you to somebody else, or they did something, because the way it looks is like if you guys were dating, or if it was a situationship, whatever it was, there was something that happened in the past, that there was a lot of gossips, like a lot of their friends or your friends, a lot of people talking about you or the situation. And there's some type of proof that someone is avoiding, like they're avoiding talking to you because they don't want to face what's going on. And they're showing that this is something that's happening now. This isn't something that was like the situation was past, but what's going on now is that they're avoiding and they don't want to speak to you. So someone is trying to get back together, and they're trying to find a way to do that. Now, for some of you, it might be best to just end the relationship and leave it where it was. And others of you, if you decide to go back to this situation, make sure that you're having honest conversations and you're clearing everything out, okay? It's like cleansing everything and starting fresh, okay? You can't have all that old baggage coming into a new relationship or restarting a relationship. You have to clear that out. And again, divine feminine energies coming out, and they're showing that there is a barrier right now, which I feel is the communication, because there needs to be understanding in order for this to take place, because you're both mirroring each other and going through a healing phase right now. So whatever it is that you're healing, you guys are both in the same place right now. So if you feel like, oh, well, you're in hermit mode, then they're in hermit mode. So if you're not moving, they're not moving. You're not talking, they're not talking. It's like you guys are doing the same shit. So you have to get to a place to find out what it is that you really want and step into that, because they're saying it's time, for some of you to go on vacation, for others of you is to start a new journey and begin this path towards where you're meant to be, and it is the spiritual path that you are meant to go on. Okay, and again, they're saying some of you need to really pay close attention to what's going on, because there's some detail that you're missing. So if it's contracts, if it's work life, if it's relationship, maybe the phone's always going off, maybe they're leaving at odd hours or coming home at odd hours, whatever it is, pay attention to what's going on, because they're showing you're missing something. Okay, something's slipping right by you. And you have to start sharing your gifts, okay? Don't feel like they're not good enough or you're not knowledgeable enough in these things to do it, okay? Because believe me, when I started doing this, I was terrified. I was like, I'm going to fuck up. I'm going to say some wrong shit. I don't even know. And every time I get on here, I'm nervous. It doesn't stop. I'm not like I'm never nervous. I'm nervous. But, just share it, because at the end of the day, it's not you. It's messages that you have to provide to other people. Hey, Janine, how are you? Oh, that sucks. I'm over phones. I'm about to go get me one of the trap phones. That's going to be my main phone. I'm tired of them keeping tabs on me. Happy Halloween. How was your Halloween? So yeah, don't be afraid to share your gifts with the world. And if you have a dream, something that you're set on that you want to make happen, hold that vision, okay? Don't sway this way or that way. Just hold the vision so that you can make it happen in your life. Okay, you have to go with the flow with this and be kind to other people. No, my 13-year-old daughter did. She's very artistic. She loves art. So she was like, let me do your makeup. I was like, okay. Then my first costume failed. My zipper broke. So then I went through like 3 other ones, and this was what I landed on. But thank you. I will let her know. She was like, don't tell anybody I did it. I was like, I'm going to tell everybody you did it. So just try to be in the flow of everything that's happening in your life, and try to appreciate the beauty of the world, because they're showing when you start tuning in and you start being grateful for all of these things, there's going to be a great transformation, even in the simple things, because what we see every day, we take for granted. We know we don't show appreciation for it. But when you start actually looking at life and how beautiful it is and how many different things there are, and you're just like, wow, it's amazing that right outside my door there's a whole nother world. If you go into the woods and you see all these other creatures that all live together, and it's a beautiful thing, so you have to start appreciating these things. It's very different. And when your perspective starts changing, you start appreciating this, and it's easier to be in the flow because you're always in that moment and you're allowing life to happen. So just try to do that, okay? And you have to trust your intuition. Aw, I love Halloween. It's probably my favorite holiday out of any fucking day of the year, honestly. We all dress up, and, well, we had a Halloween party today, so the kids were having fun. Thank you, Kane. Thank you, Janine. So it was fun, it was nice to have family visiting. So today was an awesome day all around. From the time I woke up till right now, it's been an awesome day. So make sure that you're trusting your intuition, and any feelings that you get, any moments or random thoughts that you get that's just like it just kind of gives you the answer you've been looking for. That is your intuition. You have to trust it and don't ignore it. Don't be like, no, I'm bugging and this isn't right. I don't know how this would make sense. Because sometimes the things we're supposed to do don't make any fucking sense. So just be careful, that you're not ignoring the messages that you're getting because you're afraid to actually pay attention to it or do what you're being guided to do. And remember that we decide what happens in our life, okay? Not our situation, not other people, whatever it is that's going on. We have the final say because we have free will, but at the same time, if you have a spiritual path or spirit is guiding you towards something, then yeah, you have free will, but believe me, you're going to get to the path that spirit wants you to get to. So it's either you're going to listen or they're going to force you. The forcing is not so nice because your whole life turns to shit. and then you have to put it back together. So you have to decide how you want to go about following what Spirit's guiding you to do. Yeah, thank you. It was awesome. I'm glad today. Virgo's coming out. I don't know if I said Aquarius, but I probably did. So again, like I said, if some of you are actors or you draw, there's some type of creative ability that you have that is going to lead to your abundance. Your daughter did it. Girl, you got to stop doubting your intuition. I was the same way. I mean, even now I still have moments. But it's definitely one of those things where it's like, you just kind of try to start trusting it. The more you build the connection, the easier it is. Because there's still times where I'm just like, I don't know. Every time I trusted you, led me down this fucked up place. But it served a purpose. So it's not like it was for no reason. It served a purpose. Okay, so just remember that, okay? When you feel you can't trust it, even if it guides you to some shit that you really don't want, it serves a purpose, all right? But the creativity, that is tied to your abundance. So if you have creative gifts, artistic gifts, acting, whatever it is that your gifts are, if they're in the music field, that is tied to your abundance. You have to start using that and putting that to work for you so that you can have the abundance that you're looking for. Why you say oh? And again, there is something here that it requires some form of forgiveness. You have to forgive somebody else, or you have to ask for forgiveness, because this is part of your divine path. This is part of your spiritual career, and it's going to lead to love. So you have to, I always say, we're all love. We're all love. And forgiveness is not for the other person. It's for you. You have to release these things. And sometimes we have a hard time forgiving ourselves for the things that we've done in the past, but once you take accountability of it and you accept what's happened and how it made you feel, you are able to release it. You don't hold on to it. You just own it and let it go, because then you're able to forgive yourself and move past it. So just be aware of that, okay? Make sure that you're forgiving yourself and you're forgiving other people for you. It's not for them. It's so that you can move on and have the peace of mind that you need so that you're not worried about everything else. And some of you might have to change the way you think and the way you look of things. Oh, well, yes. She'd be happy. She was like, don't tell anybody I did it. I'm like, I'm telling everybody you did it. So yeah, some of you might have to leave the things that you've been so caught up in your head, or your conditioning, or whatever you believe to be right, or whatever you feel is keeping you stuck in some place. You might have to change these things and the way you look at things in order to get to where you need to be, because they're saying you're too caught up in this situation that you need to step outside of it to see the bigger picture, because sometimes we'll have attachment to things. And because we have those attachments, we won't do what's necessary for our highest good. We won't make the tough decision because of this type of sacrifices that we have to make, or the things that we have to leave behind. So Spirit wants you to kind of step outside and see the bigger picture of everything. And some of you need to get away from toxic people in your lives and clear your space. If you have mad shit that you don't use, or clothes you haven't worn, or shit from your exes that you can't stand, any of that shit, you have to clear out the clutter, okay? You have to clear all this shit out, and you'll notice how the energy will start flowing again. I'll see you later. Some of you have this child support situation where you're dealing with someone who's not satisfied, who wants more money from you. It's like no matter how much you give them, it's not enough. Some of you, it might be alimony. There's something that they're not getting enough money from you. So if you're dealing with someone you feel like they just keep hitting your pockets, it's because no matter what you do, it's not enough, So we try to see where this person is and why they want to keep hitting your pockets, okay? And they're showing, again, a divine feminine energy. And it looks like there's a breakup or a divorce that's happening, and it's going to be done. It's not going to be, we're done for now, or we'll be done for a little while. It's going to be done, because there is some type of, okay, so for some of you is a type of anger, like someone has a lot of anger and aggression that they're ready to explode in regards to whatever this situation is, and that might be what leads to the breakup. There's just this fire that's building inside of you. And for others of you, some of you have a desire for someone else. Like you have a really strong desire for somebody. Now it's showing that this person can be, you have a desire for your twin flame, which is basically your other person. You know, that's who your other person is. And that person might be single right now, or they're going to be becoming single. Okay, so however that resonates for you, you know what your story is. I just give whatever messages pop out. Now, if this person is single, or if you're the one that's single, there is somebody that is just kind of stuck in place because they have a lot of anxiety. You know, they have a lot of this energy that they want to move, but there's so much in their head about what happened before that they are not moving forward. Okay, so right now it's just like they feel embarrassed. So whatever they did to you, again, and I know this has come out a couple times now, but somebody feels embarrassed for the way that they treated you or whatever has happened in the past. So that's why they're not coming forward, and they feel really scared and really stuck in the past, and they're really thinking about everything that they did. But whoever this is, somebody is single, and it looks like they are ascending. Okay, they are working on raising their vibrations and spending time in solitude. And if you're not doing this, then you need to spend some time alone and raise your vibration so that you can ascend to where you need to be. All right, you have to decide what it is that you want to do. Because once you do this, the new moon is coming out again. And I know I've been saying this the past few readings, but for some of you, it is the new moon, and Taurus is coming out. So you have to be willing to, because prosperity is right there. So you have to be willing to do the things that are necessary and take the necessary risks. And allowing yourself to kind of just be and exist and not feel like you have to do this or you have to do that is a form of self-love and self-care. So allow that to happen, okay? You have to just let things be how they are. Because some of you may be living a double life or wearing a mask because you're not sure which way to go or what to do at this time. And you're not paying attention to what Spirit's telling you. Okay, so be careful when you live your life like this, because it's stressful as hell for you. But also it's like you're trying to please someone else, but you're not satisfied yourself, and you have to do extra shit, which ultimately is going to lead to a big fucking mess. Okay, that's basically the gist. It's going to be a big mess if you don't stop with the double life or giving in to what other people want. Yes, I know. Listen, a lot of this shit I say, I know from experience. See, Janine, it's funny. I'm like, Taurus like is predominant in my life. Like they're like drawn to me. It's like magnets. They just come to me. I don't know what it is. But I get along with them, so I don't know. So yeah, you know, be willing to compromise, okay? Don't always stand firm in one place or the other. Be willing to look at someone else's perspective, look at it for their understanding, try to see things out, you know, where they're at. Because people aren't where we're at or see things how we see things, okay? Just try to be understanding and have that, be able to compromise in whatever's happening in your life, okay? Because when you're able to compromise, then you're allowing the flow of life to continue instead of feeling like it has to be my way or no way, because then it's going to take for fucking ever. And remember that you create your life, you create whatever it is that's happening, and you are allowed to let go of things that no longer serve you, whether it is the old programming, if it's a relationship, if it's a job, car, house, family, friends, whatever it is, you have the right to release these things. You have the right to decide who deserves to be in your energetic field, who deserves to hang out with you, who deserves to be around you. You have the right to decide what you want in your life, okay? And don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Don't let anyone control you or manipulate you or any combination of that, even threaten you. Don't allow people to do this, okay? You have the power. You just have to take that back, all right? Because they're showing that in letting go, there is a lot of strength. okay? You will get a lot of blessings after you release whatever it is you're holding on to. But you can't get the blessings if you're still holding on to the past, okay? You have to release that. You have to let it go. Those are your messages for today. I love you guys. Thank you so much. I hope you guys had an awesome Halloween. I know I might look a little all over the place, but we're still having Halloween parties. So I wanted to get on here real quick because I haven't been on. And yeah, I'll be back on here tomorrow. And Janine, I know, I got you. I'm going to get my life together. But tomorrow I should have some time, so I'll try to do it in the morning. Okay? Yeah, so, have a good night, and I'll talk to you guys later. Oh, God.